crazy entertainment video. This one is called I Met a Guy on the Road Who Had No Head. If I see anybody without a head, I'm gonna go ape shit. I don't even care. I'm gonna go nuts, basically flip the hell out, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm telling you that right now. My cat's right beside me. You probably can't see her, but she might go over there and start fooling around with the camera. So I'm just gonna move her over here. Now you're gonna see her. Boom, there you go. Okay, you go over here. Okay. Yeah, let's get into this video. It's about 3 minutes, almost 2.5 minutes long.
My name is Jonathan. I live in an average apartment.
Okay.
There are main roads via my apartment, but there's also a shortcut too, which makes it faster to go to one of my friends, Nick's house.
Shortcuts are sus and dangerous.
However, the weird thing was that nobody uses the road.
Exactly, it's sus.
I didn't know until I saw something on it that very day. One day, I went to visit Nick as usual. We played some kinds of games together in his house, having snacks. The outside had become dark, and when I looked at the time, it was almost 10 p.m.
Oh shit.
Then my mom called me to get back home as soon as possible. She seemed like she got mad, so I packed my stuff quickly. I got out of my friend's house, walked for like 2 minutes, and then I decided to walk through that shortcut lane this time. Because it was completely dark, it gave me a chill, but I was in a rush, so I lighted my phone's flash and walked through the road.
You should have had that wall.
It was a straight road, and all the leaves and bushes were on the two sides. And the next moment became the most terrible memory for my entire life. While I was walking alone, my phone's battery suddenly died. Holy crap, I mumbled to myself. But at that moment, I was so freaked out.
And I are double fucked.
I made my pace quicker when I heard someone's footsteps. When I looked up, there was a figure in front of me that was almost black and invisible. All lampposts in that road were broken except 2 of them. But those 2 lampposts were flickering continuously, and the figure was slowly walking closer to my side.
Oh, he has a head.
When the light fell on his face, I could see him, full of scars on his face. He had a cut in his throat, and the blood is falling out of his cut. I tried to ask him if he needed any help, but then
clearly he needs help.
He put his hand on top of his head slowly, and he picked it up. I could see his head was dividing from his body, and he was just standing there, holding his head in one hand and looking straight into my eyes. I couldn't even move because I was so terrified at that moment. All of a sudden, his head was laughing loudly and gave a shriek loudly at the very next.
Don't even.
I stepped back, and then he came in front of me again with big strides.
Don't even.
This time, I could see those 2 lampposts which were flickering above him. All went out. And I don't remember anything after that. The next morning when I woke up, I was in a hospital. It turned out that some guy who was jogging around found me unconscious on that road.
Oh shit.
My mother was sitting next to me with an anxious look. So I told her my entire experience. When I finished telling her, she seemed a little surprised, and then
curtain closed.
She patted my back.
No, it's the hospital.
She told me that there was a man who was murdered and beheaded by some gang members on that road a few years ago, but the police could neither find his head nor the criminal. Since then, lots of people saw the same stuff as me, so they stopped using that road. Even now, whenever I go to my home, I still ignore that frightening road and take another long path.
There you go.
It would always make my heart sink, just thinking about that incident itself.
Yeah, at first I was like, clickbait, he has a head, and then I was like, he has no head. So, I mean, that's definitely scary. Like, I would not fuck with that. I'd probably just boot the hell out of there. And, okay, first of all, make sure that your phone's charged. I don't even care. Make sure your phone's charged. I don't care where you're going. I don't care how long you're going to be gone. Make sure it's charged. Like, guess what? I just charged mine. Guess what? It's at 100%. I'm not going nowhere, but I need to make sure it's at 100% all the time. Not all the time, but, like, make sure it has battery, you know what I mean? Like, even when I go to work, if it's at, like, 70%, because, like, I've used a bunch of it. Because, like, normally I fall asleep to a TV show, right? So, like, I play the show, and sometimes it'll just, like, drain the battery, and I charge it overnight, but then I unplug it at, like, 8 a.m. when I get up. And then it's at like 70% by the time I wake up just because I've been using it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, guess what? I gotta charge it before going to work, because now it's like an 8-hour shift, just in case it gets low. I use my phone on my breaks, right? And then I use my data potentially, so it's like, what'd you do? You fucked something up, didn't you? You knocked over my cream. That's not allowed. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so basically just make sure your phone's charged and make sure that it doesn't get to 5% or under. Or what did I say? I said 5 minutes ago that she was gonna do this shit. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to do a video right now. Thank you. Okay, well my cat's just gonna lay right here. Yep, she's just gonna lay right here, just so she's so she has the spotlight, Yeah, well she's a cat, so what do you expect? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you have any other content. I should get out of here, my dude. I love you, but like, come on. Come here. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it for a second while I end this video. But yeah, be sure to subscribe. If you have any suggestions, let me know. It'll take about a week or so, depending on how many videos are ahead of yours. I upload twice daily at noon. If you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe, because you'll see my cat more. And be sure to turn on post notifications as well. So you never miss any content that I do upload. And that's going to be it for this video. My cat says bye, I say bye, and peace.